Hi, so this is our CA2 for Advanced Object Oriented Design, and this is our spreadsheet for testing the application. I'm gonna go through these objectives here. Default URL for web page, specify URL for web page, specify prepend for the XML links, default numbers of threads, specify numbers of threads, default regex, specify regex, default repeat timer, specify repeat timer, start thread and thread by hitting any key. So I'm gonna just go through the default settings first, and then I'm gonna go through the specify settings. Okay, and I'm gonna run the application. So this is our application. I'm gonna just hit should I show the menu? Yes. So this is our menu, and 1 to specify URL, and if we didn't specify anything, it would be just default settings, and the same goes to the number of threads and the regex. So I would just try the default ones first. So I'm gonna run all threads, and it's 5 threads used, and the repeat timer is set to 4 hours. So this is so when the task started, it will show that the task is working, and it will show the URL and the regex used and the number of threads used here. So when it starts, it will show all threads started, and the batch, this is the first batch, so it's batch 0, and the thread that the link is using. So this is using thread 0, thread 1, thread 3. We have 0 to 4. So, and then it will show when the thread stopped and when the thread is downloading, and here it shows that all threads stopped and job completed. So 20 XML files generated on this folder, and task is finished. Restarting thread task, hit any key to stop. So it will restart in 4 hours, and here's our file, and there's all of the files created. And yeah, so this is the details, the inside of the XML files, and yep, and that's it. And now I'm gonna try to let me delete all of them. And now I'm gonna go through the specify settings, and yeah, let's just close this and run it again. So now I'm gonna specify the URL. Yep, so copy this, paste it here. Yep, so now URL changed to this, and you can specify the prepend. We'll use this. And now prepend URL on XML link changed to this prepend. And we can specify the number of threads. Like we can create a thread for every link. So there's 20 links in the web page. So we will just put 20 threads. Create 20 threads for the manager, and number of threads changed to 20. And then we can specify the regex. And here's the regex for it. Okay, and regex changed to this, and the subgroup default is 2. So now everything is changed, and we can configure the timer to repeat 10 seconds to make it obvious that we can check the if it's repeating. And now start all threads. So this is again all threads started, and it's batch 0. It's running batch on batch 0. Okay, so all threads stopped and job completed. 20 XML files generated, and we are not gonna hit any key to stop now because it's gonna repeat the task again after 10 seconds, and now it started. So it's batch 1, and it started to create and download another the 20 files on that web page, and I will show you on the folder later that it will have 40 files in the folder. And it's taking a long time, so I should just hit enter and just stop the yep stop the application. So now we have 33 files in the folder, and we made it like 0 and 1, like a counter there, so that it doesn't um overwrite the previous file, and some of them are overwritten and some of them are not, so it will be more clear. And now Lucas is gonna talk about the code, and yep.
Now, so I will walk you through the code and how it's working, a little bit behind the program. So what we have here, as you can see, the package, the thread manager. So I start with the main app. The main app has these all commented are the functions that we use basically to that you can see the progression as we were testing them, get the web page, test XML link store, and so on. So there is a start function. What it does, it creates the HTTP data, XML link store, and a thread manager, and then it passes into the menu function where it's gonna be adjusting all that we have, and also default values. In the default values is just the values that we used as a default values, and that can be changed by the user, as you can see here. And that's the 4 hours. It takes the milliseconds. So I go back to the main app, I go to my menu functions, and as you can see, that's the same menu as the other one was showing you, and that's the get input from the user. Whatever case user choose, it gets the input from him and changes accordingly, XML links or whatever he wants. Also, I will go to the number 4, so that is the start all threads. The threads are daemon thread. What it means is that it will continue until we stop the main task, so it will be repeating, as you could see in the second example of her, when she just set it up to 10 seconds and it just restarted. It was just taking a bit long time to download all of the files. And then you can hit any key to stop, and as you could see, when she hit the key, then it stopped and the files were generated. How did we do it? We created a timer, we created a thread task and schedule thread task that goes into a timer. And if I go into my download thread, That's where all the magic happens. So that's the download thread, which extends the thread, and we can create any number of them. What it has the XML link store that we passed in by reference, which will take one link at a time and download that link from the web page. Also, the utility in this XML link store is when you want to take one link and remove it to thread, so it's synchronized because all of the threads would be accessing it at the same time. So this way it's only one thread there at a time and removes one link. Now what else it does is it has the stop flag that we didn't really use because we still have to wait that all threads will download all of its files, but if we would want to, we can use this stop flag and set it to true, and it means that it's stopped that thread. The two cases when the thread breaks is if there is no more links, so it means that if the XML link store is empty, okay, the thread just stops and breaks, and also if there was some problem and the HTTP data returns null, that means that there is no data, so it breaks as well. If everything is okay, that shows you that the thread is downloading, and it uses the my data stream that we used from the Moodle, and basically a generate a file which is an XML file. Then it opens the stream, writes the data, and close all. Also, I can show you if I go to my data stream real fast, that we used a byte array of a data because when we wanted to use the UTF, it was string length was too long, so we just used a byte array and we wrote that byte array. So I think I was talking about everything that we used in our program, and also the program runs while you exit the menu. So thank you very much for your attention. I think that we covered everything. Bye.